Hey, what's going on? So today we're going to look at dialing in our 9mm reloads. We got 115 grain full metal jackets, and then we're going to be working from 4.5 grain up to 4.8 grain. So what I've done is I've loaded 5 loads of each, and we're going to see how that affects the velocity of each of these. So really, what is that impact of 0.1 grain? So the first 5 I'm going to shoot is going to be 4.5 grain of universal, Hodgdon universal. The second 5 will be 4.6 grain, and the third 4.7. Finally, the fourth one will be 4.8 grain. And we're going to see how this affects the velocity. Everything is loaded the same, same miscellaneous brass. We have the primers are Winchester. Again, it was Hodgdon universal powder. All of them are 115 grain projectiles. And they're all seated to 1125 overall length. So with that, we're going to see just what that 0.1 powder does, and then hopefully in the process, we'll see if it, develop what kind of load that I want to move forward with. I know somewhere in there, I'd like to get between 1050 and 11 is where I'd like to see my ideal load to just continue on. But let's see what we get. We're going to go ahead and start out with the 4.5 grain. I got the chrono set up, the ProChrono DLX. So we'll see what the velocity is for these first 5 rounds of 4.5 grain. So here we go. 4.5.
959. 949. 949. 949. 908.
All right, that's the first 5. Again, that was 4.5 grain. So what we're going to see is how much impact just adding 0.1 grain to each one. So like I said before, we're starting out at 4.5. My next 5 rounds are 4.6. So let's see what that adds to the velocity. This one, as you heard, went from 908, and then around 959 was the highest. So let's load up the 4.6 grain and see what that does. All right, 4.6 grain.
1075. 1073. 1063. 1044. 1072.
All right, so you see in this one we went from 1044 up to 1075. So we're seeing a little increase of, in some cases, 100 feet per second. So let's go to the 4.7 grain and see what we get from that. Just shows you how much 0.1 grain can affect the velocity of your bullet. Okay, 4.7. Wow.
989. 932. 930. 1004. 981.
Interesting. Very interesting on that. It looks like we actually went down from 1,000 to 900. So not much of a, not much of a difference. So interesting. Okay, now we're going to try the 4.8 grain and see what that does. 4.8 grain.
1140. 1114. 1075. 1134. 1116.
Okay, that last batch is actually where I'd like to be. So, like I said, we started out at 4.5, then went to 4.6, then 4.7, and then 4.8. So I really like the velocity of the 4.8. It's put me in that 1100 range. So I think I'm going to stick with that as my standard load. And hope you enjoyed just seeing the differences. It was kind of interesting what we've seen with the 4.7. I might do another batch with that because I would expect it to see a little higher velocity on those since we've seen a higher velocity on the 4.6. But yeah, just a little bit of information to help you when you're dialing in your 9mm load. So appreciate you watching and thanks a lot. Bye.